Before there was a name, there was a shape. Built from fragments. Fish, mammal, something else. It wasn't meant to stand, but it did. Not perfectly, not naturally. It just refused to fall. This wasn't Trippi Troppa, not yet.
Troppa finally stood up, which was already a terrible idea, but then he noticed something strange on the ground. Shoes, way too many shoes. He had never seen shoes before. They looked important. Maybe they were tools, maybe they were snacks. There was only one way to find out. So walking was harder now, much harder. The shoes were wobbling, sliding everywhere. Mobility status extremely questionable. And then it happened. Gravity finally noticed Trippi Troppa. Everything collapsed, shoes everywhere. Version 0, unsuccessful. But during the fall, Trippi Troppa noticed something new. It appeared no beginning, no origin. But then he noticed something strange on the ground. Broken shells. Large ones. Something had hatched here. When he picked up a piece of the shell, it looked familiar. Too familiar. Because the texture matched his own skin. That's when he looked around and realized something far worse. This wasn't just one egg, it was a nest, and every other egg was already gone. If Trippi Troppa hatched here, where did the others go? Part 4, the missing hatchlings. Trippi Troppa had already learned many things. Standing, walking, shoes, all very complicated discoveries. But today, Trippi Troppa noticed something new. Speed. Other creatures in the distance moved quickly, very quickly. So naturally, Trippi Troppa decided to try it too. At first it seemed easy. One step, then another step, then suddenly many steps. Very fast steps. Too fast, much too fast. Because Trippi Troppa had discovered something important about running. Starting is easy, stopping is not. And that's when Trippi Troppa discovered another dangerous invention. Trippi Troppa had discovered many strange things. Standing, running, shoes. But today, something unusual appeared, a shiny surface. When Trippi Troppa looked down, another creature was staring back. It looked the same. It moved the same. Every movement, perfectly copied. So Trippi Troppa tested it. One movement, then another. Finally, Trippi Troppa touched the surface. The reflection broke. But when the water became still again, something was different. At first, Trippi Troppa thought it was just water, just a reflection. But something felt wrong. When Trippi Troppa moved, the reflection followed, but not immediately. There was a delay. So Trippi Troppa tried again. Another movement, another delay, until finally, Trippi Troppa stopped moving completely. And that's when something strange happened. Because Troppa was learning about the world. Standing, running, shoes. But today, Trippi Troppa discovered something important. When you drop things, they fall. So Trippi Troppa tried again and again and again until Trippi Troppa had a new idea. What happens if you drop something from higher? Trippi Troppa is about to find out.
The night had become very quiet. Too quiet. That's when Trippi Troppa noticed it, a bright circle floating in the sky. It wasn't a rock. It wasn't a light on the ground. It just stayed there. Trippi Troppa tried reaching it, tried getting closer, but the glowing circle refused to move, until suddenly, something crossed in front of it. What just passed?
Troppa was experimenting again. Just two rocks, nothing unusual. But when they collided, something appeared. A spark, then another. Tiny glowing lights jumping through the air. One spark touched the ground. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a flame appeared. It moved. It grew. And suddenly, Trippi Troppa had an idea. What happens if you carry the fire? Next part coming soon. Trippi Troppa was minding his own business when the sky started acting weird. The clouds got darker. A sky zap. Trippi Troppa had never seen that before, so obviously he got curious. Another boom! The sky just broke a rock. But just as he looked up, the clouds above him started glowing again. The next lightning storm finally passed. The wind slowed, and the sky grew quiet again. Slowly, a new light appeared on the horizon. Warm, soft, different from the lightning. Trippi Troppa watched the world brighten. For a long time, he thought he was alone. But then, shapes began to appear in the morning mist. Creatures that looked just like him. And in that quiet sunrise, for the very first time, Trippi Troppa realized something. He had finally found his family. Follow for more.